Hello Year 2, this is your first home learning video. On your home learning videos I will be explaining what your home learning is, and then I'll give you a worksheet for you to be able to fill it out and put it in your home learning book. I just wanted to make you aware of the Year 1 common exception words, which I'm sure you've already seen. Some of you are still working towards these, and if that's you, then please can you carry on practicing them as much as possible. They should be on your spelling shed lists. Practicing them in lots of different ways and in sentences, and then when you are ready you can then move on to the Year 2 common exception words. These are the Year 2 common exception words. We expect the children to be able to know these by the end of Year 2, and later on this year we will start to test the children on them. So please just choose a couple each week to practice them in sentences, and then hopefully by the end of the year they'll be able to spell all of their Year 1 and Year 2 common exception words. These ones are also on Spelling Shed. Each week we are going to be looking at a different spelling rule. Last week we looked at D-G-E, the J sound. We're going to continue looking at the J sound, but with the letters G-E at the end of words. I have put a copy of this on your home learning sheet so you can practice some of the GE words, and then you can have a go at thinking of your own and putting some into some sentences. In maths, we have been looking at the place value of numbers to 100. We did a lot of this in Year 1, and we're just recapping it in Year 2. We have been thinking about different ways that we can represent our numbers. We use tens frames, we use base 10, we can write our numbers as a word, or we can use place value counters, which is new to Year 2. We didn't use them in Year 1. So for example, if I've got the number 32, I can show that using the tens frames. Each tens frame contains 10, so that's 10, 20, 30, 2. I can also show this using base 10. We call them tens and one sticks, but their official name is base 10 or Deans. Again, I can show 32 with my tens, 10, 20, 30. I've got 3 tens and 2 ones, which makes 32. You could show this using different resources around your house. You could use sticks and stones, for example, if you wanted to go outside and do this, and then draw it in your book. I can show the number 32 as a word. There we go, and you can see the sound in the word 30. And I can also use place value counters, 10, 20, 30, 3 tens and 2 ones, 32. So I want you to have a go at doing this. Choose a couple of 2-digit numbers, and can you represent that in the 4 different ways on your worksheet. When you've done that, I want you to have a go at using the greater than and less than symbols to compare to 2-digit numbers. For example, the first one is 35 and 52. I know that 35 has got 3 tens and 5 ones, and 52 has got 5 tens and 2 ones. So because 52 has got more tens, it must be the greater number. So there we go, I've put my arrow in. Look really, really carefully at the amount of tens in a number. They might have the same amount of tens, but then they might have a different amount of ones. So then you need to look at which number has the greater amount of ones. Some of them might have the same amount of ones, but a different amount of tens. So you just need to look really, really careful when you're comparing your numbers. When you've done that as an extra challenge, I'd like you to choose 8 of those numbers and see if you can just order them from smallest to greatest. When you've done that, can you choose another 8 numbers and order them from greatest to smallest? If you wanted just one little extra challenge to get your brain really thinking, there's a couple of challenge questions on the end of your sheet. It's always good to see if you can show me your working out and explain your reasoning in full sentences if you do decide to move on to this.